Here at the White House, you're going to have an opportunity, or your colleagues will have an opportunity to ask questions during the pool spray of the Oval, at the Oval that happen every time a head of state visits. So that is an opportunity to be able to pose a question to the president or the head of state that is visiting the White House on that day. But again, this is coordinated. That's not true. He's answered questions.
We get yelled at.
It's not. Here's.
Shout it down when we're in the shout at us to get out.
That was the awkward and somewhat tense exchange between White House reporters and the press secretary. Karine Jean-Pierre was attempting to reassure the press that President Biden will take their questions at an upcoming meeting with the Irish Prime Minister. But they weren't having it, pushing back, arguing that he never answers questions during those periods, referring to when a state leader visits. The press secretary said yes, he does, to which one reporter can be heard shouting that they get yelled at and shouted down by White House staffers. Karine Jean-Pierre said, "I cannot speak to who is going to take questions or who is not going to take questions. As you know, this is a president that takes shouted questions often, but the 2+2 is not a unilateral decision. It is a decision that happens with the visiting country in coordination with them." This kind of frustration from White House reporters isn't anything new. Since Joe Biden took office in January 2021, journalists have struggled to have their questions taken from the president. Well, the president has been known to read off a pre-approved list given to him by his staff. In September 2021, not even a year into his presidency, White House reporters launched a formal objection after President Joe Biden refused to take any questions while holding a meeting with then UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Prime Minister Johnson took 3 questions from the travelling press pack, but the White House stepped in to stop President Biden taking any questions from reporters who had gathered to watch the two leaders meet in the Oval Office. There was no real update on whether Joe Biden was told to take more questions, but so far he has held fewer press conferences than any other president in recent history. His total number of appearances for his more than 2 years of presidency sits on 21. Donald Trump finished his 4 years on 88, while Barack Obama finished his 8 years on 163. In October last year, Joe Biden was slammed for smirking at the press while they were pushed out of the room attempting to ask questions on his abortion task force meeting. He was then caught criticising reporters, saying they were among the only press in the world that does this.
Please, thank you. Thank you very much, press. Thank you very much, press. Thank you very much, press. Thank you. We need you to move. We need you to move. We need you to move. Thank you. Let them get on with the meeting. Thank you very much.
Should her